Hi everyone. Today we are examining the Bible's reliability, focusing on its historical variations and the scholarly consensus regarding its textual alterations. Has the Bible been perfectly preserved, or do significant discrepancies exist that challenge its integrity? Let's explore the evidence and scholarly interpretations. The Bible, revered by many, has undergone numerous revisions and translations throughout the centuries. It includes the Old Testament, essential to Jewish tradition, and the New Testament, which details the life and teachings of Jesus Christ, central to Christian faith. The controversy deepens when we consider the compilation of these texts. The formation of the Bible involved various authors and languages spanning different continents. Over time, councils and religious leaders debated and decided which books would form the official canon. These decisions were influenced by theological, political, and cultural factors rather than straightforward divine guidance. This process led to variations in the biblical canon across different Christian traditions. For instance, the Protestant Bible contains 66 books, excluding the deuterocanonical books that are included in the Catholic and Orthodox Bibles. The Catholic Bible includes 73 books, incorporating the deuterocanonical books validated by the Council of Trent. The Eastern Orthodox Bible comprises up to 81 books, with additions like 3 Maccabees and Psalm 151. The Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church has one of the most extensive canons, featuring texts such as Enoch and Jubilees. These variations underscore the theological, historical, and cultural discrepancies that have shaped the Bible's composition. Such diversity in biblical understanding has historically led to significant doctrinal divisions. Notably, early church fathers often disagreed on these texts, leading to major splits in doctrine. Moreover, the King James Bible, while widely influential, is known for having multiple translation errors and historical inaccuracies. Prominent Christian commentators like John Calvin and Martin Luther have pointed out these defects and contradictions. Figures like Arius contested traditional views, arguing Jesus was a prophet, not the Son of God, sparking further theological debates. These debates are supported by historical evidence and scholarly research, challenging the Bible's textual integrity. In conclusion, the Bible, while a monumental historical document, faces questions about its divine accuracy and reliability due to textual alterations and the complex history of its formation. Its origins, authenticity, and the integrity of its texts remain subjects of intense scholarly debate. What are your thoughts? Do these historical and textual variations suggest a compromised divine record? Thanks for joining today's discussion. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more insightful discussions. See you in the next video. Delving into the historical layers of the Bible reveals a captivating evolution of this sacred text. We will explore the historical changes, textual edits, and the intricate canonization process that have molded the Bible over the centuries, starting with historical variations. Early Bible manuscripts like the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Codex Sinaiticus show notable differences. These differences include minor wording changes to major alterations like adding or omitting entire passages. For example, some versions of the book of Jeremiah are significantly shorter than others. What do these variations reveal about the early believers' perceptions and uses of these texts? Next, considering the absence of original manuscripts, None of the original biblical texts have survived. We are left with copies of copies, each possibly altered by the scribe's hand. This makes it difficult to verify the authenticity of specific passages. How can we be sure that what we read today reflects the original author's intentions? Determining which books were to be included in the canon was also a complex process. Decisions were made in various councils, like those at Hippo and Carthage, influenced by theological, political, and cultural factors. These influences led to inconsistencies across different Christian practices, questioning the uniformity of the Word of God. Moreover, translating the Bible into different languages introduced new biases and interpretations. For instance, the King James Version and the New International Version show significant differences in presenting key doctrines and narratives. Modern biblical scholarship, employing historical critical methods, highlights these issues, showing that the Bible encompasses multiple perspectives and reflects the varied agendas of its authors. This challenges the notion of the Bible as a static, unaltered text. Essentially, the Bible as we know it is shaped by centuries of human interaction, editing, interpreting, and adapting to various cultural and historical contexts. The transition from ancient manuscripts to today's printed editions highlights both human and divine contributions to this remarkable book. As we proceed, consider how these insights influence our understanding of the Bible's authority and reliability. As we delve deeper into the historical layers of the Bible, a significant point of contention arises concerning its integrity and reliability. Today, we'll explore how historical variations, the absence of original manuscripts, and the complex canonization process contribute to the ongoing debate about the Bible's textual perfection. Let's start with the historical variations. The Bible, as we know it, has undergone numerous revisions and translations across different periods and cultures. For instance, early manuscripts, such as the Dead Sea Scrolls, exhibit significant differences when compared to later canonical texts. These discrepancies include variations in wording and the presence or absence of entire passages, raising questions about which versions represent the original texts. Moving on to the manuscripts themselves, it's crucial to note that no original manuscripts of the Bible exist today. What we possess are copies of copies, each potentially bearing alterations from its predecessors. This chain of replication, spanning centuries, makes it nearly impossible to trace the texts back to their original form, complicating claims of an unaltered divine message. The canonization process further complicates this picture. The determination of what books were deemed canonical was influenced by a myriad of factors, including theological, political, and cultural considerations. This process wasn't uniform across Christianity. Different denominations have different canons, suggesting a lack of consensus on what constitutes the definitive Word of God. Moreover, the translation and interpretation of the Bible into numerous languages has introduced additional layers of complexity. Each translation can reflect the biases and interpretations of its translators, leading to versions that differ significantly in meaning and context. Modern biblical scholarship using historical critical methods supports these points, indicating that the Bible was not only written by multiple authors, but also edited and assembled over many centuries, each influenced by their own historical contexts and agendas. In conclusion, while the Bible remains a profoundly influential document, These factors highlight its human origins and the intricate process of its formation, challenging the notion of it as a flawless divine record. This exploration invites us to consider the spiritual and historical dimensions of the Bible with both reverence and a critical eye. What are your thoughts on these findings? How do they affect your view of the Bible's divine authority? Stay tuned as we continue to explore these complex topics. Do not forget to click on like, subscribe, and share.